Huh? Oh. Huh? Good to see you again, friend.
Well, looks like you're fitting. Of course, your new piece will enhance your skill beyond that of the original. Trust me. Are you sure? Once I exchange it for you, I'm not taking it back. Unless... you want to sell it at a discount, of course. Otherwise, it wouldn't be much of a reward, now would it? Of course. Your new piece will enhance your skill beyond... Are you sure? Once I exchange... Okay, there you go.
Be careful. So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh?
Good. You're finally... I've scouted the ruins and I'm... Let's get moving. I'm sorry, I was under the impression I was... You're leading and I'm following. Does that seem clear to you? Just make certain you keep your eyes open. Carlia is as sharp as a blade. The last thing I need is you blundering into a trap and warning her that we're here. Let's get going. I want her head on my mantle. Yeah, 25. When I arrived, before I could even draw my Carlisle, I staggered away from the ruins and my vision began to blur. It's then that the last thing I saw was Carlia dumping his body. To this day, I've regretted allowing her to escape, even if it meant I had died trying. I owed Gallus that much. We both agree it's best to keep these matters in-house. She was a stubborn Dunmer, but Gallus trusted her too much and let her get too close. If you want to call it that, yes. Gallus would call her his little nightingale. He was absolutely smitten by her. Greed? Jealousy? Spite? Who can say what drove her to such an iniquitous act? One thing's certain, I intend to find out before she draws her last. The guild sides quickly formed behind the... I saw what they did. Fortunately, I persevered. I spent thousands of septum and used every contact at my disposal. But it was as if she had simply vanished. Like I said before, she was the best. Yes, what is it now? There's little time for talk. What do you want? They say that these ancient Nordic burial mounds are sometimes impenetrable. This one doesn't look too difficult. Quite simple, really. I don't know what the fuss is about these locks. All it takes is a bit of know-how, not a lot of skill. That should do it. You...
as a mage, I can't do much.
I'll get on your corpse. I've killed legions like you. There's 2 more of them ahead. With your own epitaph. Hardly worth my time. Bones. That's the best you can do. You breathed your last. That's nearly an making this too easy. I killed legions. Is that the best you can do? Your blood will adorn my blade.
on there, what?
Your death will be my triumph. You have written your own epic.
God damn.
Ah, it's one of the infamous Nordic puzzle doors. How quaint. Without the matching claw, they're normally impossible to open. Since I'm certain Carlia already did away with it, we're on our own. Fortunately, these doors have a weakness if you know how to exploit it. Quite simple, really. Carlia is close, I'm certain of it. Now let's get moving. Do you honestly think your arrow will reach me before my blade finds your heart?
Give me a reason to try.
You're a clever girl, Carlia. Buying Golden Glow Estate and funding Honningbrew Meadery was inspired.
To ensure an enemy's defeat, you must first undermine his allies. It was the first lesson Gallus taught us.
You always were a quick study.
Not quick enough. Otherwise Gallus would still be alive.
Gallus had his wealth and he had you. All he had to do was look the other way.
Did you forget the oath we took as Nightingales? Did you expect him to simply ignore your methods?
Enough of this mindless banter. Come, Carlia. It's time for you and Gallus to become reunited.
I'm no fool, Mercer. Crossing blades with you would be a death sentence, but I can promise the next time we meet, it will be your undoing.
How interesting. It appears Gallus's history has repeated itself. Carlia has provided me the means to be rid of you, and this ancient tomb becomes your final resting place. But do you know what intrigues me the most? The fact that this was all possible because of you. Farewell. I'll be certain to give Brynjolf your regards.
Should've remembered. Double tap, bitch, that's the rule.
Easy. Easy. Don't get up so quickly. How are you feeling? No. I saved your life. My arrow was tipped with a unique paralytic poison. It slowed your heart and kept you from bleeding out. Had I intended to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation. My original intention was to use that arrow on Mercer, but I never had a clear shot. I made a split-second decision to get you out of the way, and it prevented your death. I promise you, the thought crossed my mind. The poison on that arrow took me a year to perfect. I only had enough for a single shot. All I had hoped was to capture Mercer alive. Mercer must be brought before the Guild to answer for what he's done. He needs to pay for Gallus's murder. My purpose in using Snowvale Sanctum to ambush Mercer wasn't simply for irony. Before both of you arrived, I wish I knew. Nth. It's the only outsider gap. There were 3. Perhaps I'll... Here, take these as well. They may prove useful for your journey. I'm afraid. I promise to join you there as soon as I can. Please.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken. Everything all right?
The mages don't let us go in the college. They said it's not safe in there.
Carlia, do you have Gallus's journal? No problem. Let me... No, this is just... He's written all of the text in the Falmer... No, the court with... A word of warning. Coselmo is a fierce guardian of his research. Getting the information won't be easy. So... Oh. Stubborn as a mule. Be careful.
Oh,
Can I help you with anything else?
Welcome to the college. Yes, just a brief... Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments.
huh?
Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards. Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know. Please don't bother the Archmage. Well, Barald, Finis is... Don't let... If you can find... And finally, there's Colette. Hopefully any discoveries made in your pursuits will be shared with the members of the college first. That way we all benefit.
It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies. No? Well, then she hasn't gotten to you yet. But she will. And don't you believe a word of it. She's but she is... She's trying to undermine my confidence. Make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work, I tell you.
I'm working. You mean the... You mean the officials? Until next time.
Please don't bother the... Well, that depends on what you're looking for.
I think the college is due for a change in leadership.
Another new... Are you... I assure you that I shall be watching you. All of you. Your superior and I were simply having a discussion. Well, perhaps that is why... Nothing you need to concern yourself with. I shall be quite capable of observing everything that goes on here. I am an advisor to the Archmage. The Thalmor wish to promote relations with your college. I am at the Archmage's disposal if he requires advice. Perhaps not as often as he should. In time, I believe he will be more trusting.
Oh.
New here too, eh? I'd hoped I wouldn't be the only Nord. Not... My family was convinced coming here. Not at all. My family was convinced coming here. I know he's... I also know that no one really believes. Well, throw in the and finally, take the fact that the college is the only thing left standing after most of Winterhold was destroyed.
Does that cover everything?
It's all fairly damning.
I've just been asked in... Forgive me. I didn't mean to assume. All right, then.
You are new. Have you mastered the expert-level distraction spells yet? Ah, this is good. But Jizargo will know them first. It is good to finally be around mages who may be able to keep up with Jizargo. There is much for Jizargo to be sure of. There is skill in magic, there is charm, and there is a strong will. Jizargo will be successful. Of this there is no doubt. Oh, but you are wrong. The only reason you could disagree is because you are losing so badly you cannot see it. Mages in Cyrodiil are all about politics. The Synod and the College of Whispers are too busy guarding secrets to bother to teach. Skyrim was not Jizargo's first choice. But Winterhold is removed from politics, dedicated to study. This is the place for Jizargo to become great. Swift
Sir,
handing.
I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
And what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Is that so?
See, he agrees with us too. Why don't you actually show us something?
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? That's all right. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you. Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? That's what... Now, over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell, and you have to keep your ward up, or else this won't work. I don't want to hurt you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell, and keep it up. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthor nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
I have many important things. Your concerns are not mine.
Skyrim. Oh, yes. Hopefully small things that fit inside pockets and will
Don't
not
take
be
this the
noticed
wrong
if
way,
they are missing.
but you look a little sickly.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh. What are you hiding, priest?
Not hiding.
What are you doing here? The excavation site is closed. I told you, you idiot! I'm sorry, I got too excited. Then you were well informed. I'm calling it Calcel Preposterous. You must be mad to think I'd allow anyone to see it before it's... While I appreciate the sentiment, I still have to decline. Being an admirer, I'm sure you can appreciate the need. Do you realize that at a snap of my fingers, I can bring the entire Markarth City Guard to my defense? You best rethink this course of action, or you may find yourself on the executioner's block. I'm not certain how many scholars you're accustomed to dealing with, but I can assure you that personal wealth is our lowest priority. Very well. Perhaps when my research is complete, I'll feel more comfortable discussing my findings with you. You all right? So you wish to master the arcane arts? What? Oh, goodbye.
It's about the Hall of the Dead. I can't talk about it. Rest assured, all right? I was going to... We've discovered that some of the... We haven't caught anyone or any... If you can get to the bottom of this, the priesthood of Arcade will... You need to leave.
Not many would walk blindly into a crypt, smelling of steel and blood, but not fear. I feel the hunger inside of you, gnawing at you. You see the dead, and your mouth grows wet. Your stomach growls. It's all right. I will not shun you for what you are. Stay. I will tell you everything you have forgotten. You were young when you first tasted human flesh, weren't you? A brother or sister had died? An accident, of course. Then the hunger set in. Curiosity. What's the harm in just one bite? It's okay now. You found a friend who understands you. You can let go of your guilt. A lot of our kind block out the memory of their first meal. The shame is too much. But you don't need to hide anymore. Namira, the Lady of Decay, accepts you for what you are. She has a place for us where we can sate our appetites without judgment. It's inside Reachcliff Cave. But the dead have stirred from their slumber recently, and I was forced here. Meet me there. We'll fight our way to Namira's embrace together. Until then, tell the people of Markarth that their dead won't be disturbed anymore. We have bigger plans ahead.
Returned. What happened in the... Divines preserve you. You're a hero. We'll reopen the hall right away. Here, take my amulet as a reward. Arcade protect you.
Halt! The Dwemer Museum isn't open to anyone without the court wizard's mission.
Oh. What a waste. There must be a dozen men. You're trespassing here. You better clear out. You have committed crimes against... Over here! Hurry!
Never should have
Ah!
Show me what you've got.
Yes, I'm positive I heard something.
All right. If there is a thief, he won't leave this tower alive. But shouldn't we inform Master Calcelmo?
I'll deal with my uncle. Just go. Scour this place from top to bottom.
By the order of the Jarl, stop right there. I can make all your problems with the guards go away, but it'll cost you. What do you say? Done. Now move along, before you get me in trouble. Our car's a different place now. The business here, the business with the thieves there.
I don't like doing business with Azora's faithful. Make it quick.
Back, eh? And how was... I suppose it would be inappropriate of me to ask how you obtained this, so I simply won't. A rubbing, eh? Odd. I expected notes. I understand. Now, let me take a good look at this. Over here, please. This is intriguing, but highly disturbing. It appears that Gallus had suspicions about Mercer Frey's allegiance to the Guild for months. Gallus had begun to uncover what he calls an unduly lavish lifestyle replete with spending vast amounts of gold on personal pleasures.
Does the journal say where this wealth came from?
Yes, Gallus seems certain that Mercer had been removing funds from the Guild's treasury without
You have
anyone's
committed
knowledge.
crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
The Nightingales.
Since you put it that way, I think we could... By order of the Jarl, stop them.
It's all right, Carlia. You don't have to say a word.
Must have scared them off. Guess it was nothing after all.
Was there something else? I suppose it was a rubbing. I understand. Now, let me take a good look at this. Over here, please.
We haven't much time for discussion, but what did you need?
This is intriguing, but highly disturbing. It appears that Gallus had suspicions about Mercer Frey's allegiance to the Guild for months. Gallus had begun to uncover what he calls an unduly lavish lifestyle replete with spending vast amounts of gold on personal pleasures.
Does the journal say where this wealth came from?
Yes, Gallus seems certain that Mercer had been removing funds from the Guild's treasury without anyone's knowledge.
Anything else, Enthir? Anything about the Nightingales?
Yes, here it is. The last few pages seem to describe the failure of the Nightingales, although it doesn't go into great detail. Gallus also repeatedly mentions his strong belief that Mercer desecrated something known as the Twilight Sepulchre.
Shadows preserve us. So it's true.
I'm not familiar with the Twilight Sepulchre. What is it? What's Mercer Frey done?
I'm sorry, Enthir. I can't say. All that matters is we deliver your translation to the Guild immediately. Farewell, Enthir. Words can't express.
It's all right, Carlia. You don't have to say a word. Listen, all I want is the truth to be revealed to the Guild. They respected Carlia, and she deserves better. Do whatever you can, and I'd consider it a personal favor. Listen, all I want is the truth to be revealed to the Guild. They respected Carlia, and she deserves better. Do whatever you can. If I've been known to handle items... He was a dear friend of mine, and a surprisingly astute pupil of academia.
Everything.
I was
Now it
devastated
seems
when he was
Mercer's...
killed.
I felt that. I think given time you'll understand. As a knight, I know the Guild doesn't do much to... I'll make for... In the meantime, if the Guild isn't willing to listen to reason, you might have to.
Give my regards to Carlia if you see her.
The mages don't let us go in.
Let me know.
I'm glad you're here. Are you ready to face the guild? Keep your eyes open. I'm not sure what to expect when we enter the system.
Welcome to the cozy little family. I'm one of the lookouts for the guild. I watch Delvin's back.
They're waiting for you in the cistern. No tricks. They're waiting. Hey!
You better have a damn good reason to be here.
Please, lower your weapons so we can speak. I have proof that you've all been misled.
No tricks, Carlia, or I'll cut you down where you stand. Now what's this so-called proof you speak of?
I have Gallus's journal. I think you'll find its contents disturbing.
Let me see. No, it can't be. This can't be true. I've known Mercer too long.
It's true, Brynjolf. Every word. Mercer's been stealing from the guild for years, right under your noses.
There's only one way to find out if what the lass says is true. Delvin, I'll need you to open the vault.
Wait just a blessed moment, Bryn. What's in that book? What did it say?
It says Mercer's been stealing from a vault for years. Gallus was looking into it before he was murdered.
How can Mercer open up a vault that needs 2 keys? It's impossible. Could he pick his way in?
That door has the best puzzle locks money can buy. There's no way it can be picked open.
We didn't need to.
What's she on about?
Use your key on the vault, Delvin. We'll open it up and find out the truth.
We can talk after I find out what's going on.
I've used my key, but the vault's still locked up tighter than a drum. Now use yours.
Eight. It's gone. Everything's gone. Get in here, all of you.
The gold. It's yours. It's all gone.
That son of a bitch. I'll kill him.
Vex, put it away, right now. We can't afford to lose our heads. We need to calm down and focus.
Do what he says, Vex. This ain't helping right now.
Fine. We do it your way. For now.
Delvin, Vex, watch the flagon. If you see Mercer, come tell me right away. Look, before I help you track Mercer down, I need to know what you learned from Carlia. I mean, everything. I feared that was the case. From that last entry in Gallus's diary, it looks like he was getting close to exposing Mercer to the Guild. Anything else? What? Nightingales? But I always assumed they were just a tale. A way to keep the young footpads in line. Was there anything else she told you? Trying to make Mercer look bad in front of Maven, eh? Clever lass. Was there anything else? Then I have an important task for you. I need you to break into Mercer's home and search for anything that could tell us where he's gone. Aye. A gift from the Blackbriars after they kicked the previous family out. A place called Riftweald Manor. He never stays there, just pays for the upkeep on it. Hired some lout by the name of Vold to guard the place. Be careful, lad. Just find a way in, get the information and leave. And you have permission to kill anyone that stands in your way. Better question would be, what did he leave? Mercer took everything. Even all of our plans are gone. Before Mercer took over, Gallus started collecting every bit of material he could on locations the Guild could heist. Museums, keeps, estates, you name it. By the time Mercer took over the Guild, we must have had a few dozen. I don't have a clue. That door is impenetrable. Without 2 keys, it's impossible to open. I have a key, Delvin has a key, and Mercer has a key. That's it. There are no other copies. Good question. I've only set foot inside a few times myself, and that was in Mercer's company. If you can get past his trained watchdog, I think your best bet might be the ramp to the 2nd floor balcony in his backyard. No. It's some sort of crazy contraption Mercer commissioned for quick escapes. I'd wager a well-placed shot at the ramp's mechanism would lower it in a hurry. Huh. That'd be Vold. A real piece of work, that one. Mercer's holding something over his head, keeping him loyal. Talk to Vex. She used to know him very well, if you catch my meaning. Careful at Mercer's place. I don't want to lose anyone else to that madman.
I dare Mercer to come back here. Set 1 foot in the cistern and I'll cut it off.
Punishment's too good for Mercer Frey. The only penalty for his betrayal is death.
Stabbed in the back.
If I see Frey, I'll pluck his eyes from his skull with my... That pig. Oh, I have info on him. More than you care to know. Vold, good side? Think you have the wrong person. The only thing Vold understands is gold. A man after my own heart.
Just writes itself.
Sure, but he'll ask for a whole lot. I mean, you are asking him to betray Mercer Frey. Your best bet would be to erase his debt with Maven Blackbriar. If you talk to her, she might be able to give you the details. Of course, you could just run him through and take what you need off his corpse. I could care less. While you're in there, help yourself to anything in Frey's manner.
If I find Mercer first, I'm gonna crush his soul.
That?
Punishment's too good. Punishment's too good for Mercer Frey. The only penalty for his...
We've scoured the town and I've spoken to every contact we have left. No sign of Mercer. Any luck on your end? Shore's beard. He's going after the eyes of the Falmer? That was Gallus's pet project. If he gets his hands on them, you can be certain he'll be gone for good, and set up for life. Agreed. He's taken everything the guild has left, and to go after one of the last greatest heists is just an insult. I've spoken to Carlia and made amends for how the guilds treated her. Now she wishes to speak with both of us. Quickly, we have no time to lose. Until next we meet, lad.
Brynjolf, the time has come to decide Mercer's fate. Until a new guildmaster is chosen, the decision falls to you.
Aye, lass. And I've come to a decision.
Mercer Frey tried to kill both of you. He betrayed the guild, murdered Gallus, and made us question our future.
Something I can help with, or do you just want to talk?
We have to be very careful, Brynjolf. Mercer is a nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
And it's all true. Everything I heard in the stories. The Nightingales, their allegiance to Nocturnal, and the Twilight Sepulchre.
That's why we need to prepare ourselves and meet Mercer on equal footing. Just outside of Riften, beyond the southeast gate, is a small path cut up the mountainside. At the end of that path is a clearing and an old standing stone. I'd ask you both to meet me there.
Welcome. Allow me to recommend the Blackbriar Mead, the purest brew in all of Skyrim.
Dirge told me you made it into the guild. You need dirt on anything, you talk to me. The only thing I heard is a rumor that a boy named Aventus Aratina. He used to live here in Riften at the orphanage, on the other side of town, but I think he ran away. Can't say I blame him.
I'm glad you're here. This is the headquarters of the Nightingales, cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind. We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey. If you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way. This way, please.
So this is Nightingale Hall. I heard about this place when I joined the guild, but I never believed it existed.
The assumption that the Nightingales were just a little seeded within the guild on purpose. They help divert attention from our true nature. What's wrong with them all? I can almost hear the brow furrowing.
I'm trying to understand them. I'm no priest. I'm certainly not religious. Why can't you?
This isn't about religion. It's just ahead. Please, keep following. taking the oath. You appear hesitant to don your nightingale. Let's try it.
I think we should trust the lass and take the deal. I think we should trust the lass and take the deal. Time's wasting, and Mercer's still out there. Let's get this show on the road.
You appear ready for the oath. You appear ready for the oath.
I think we should trust the lass and take the deal. This is enough to make your head spin, eh? Okay, lass. We've got these get-ups on. Now what?
Beyond this gate is the first step in becoming a nightingale.
Whoa there, lass. I appreciate the armor, but becoming a nightingale? That was never discussed.
To hold any hope of defeating Mercer, we must have Nocturnal at our backs. If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement must be struck.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
The terms are quite simple, Brynjolf. Nocturnal will allow you to become a nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And in return, both in life and in death, you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulchre.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal? By transacting the oath with Nocturnal, you're entering into a business deal. You'll be provided all of the power and knowledge befitting a nightingale. You're free to use those powers as you see fit, to further your own goals, or the goals of the Thieves' Guild. In return, you'll be required to defend the Twilight Sepulchre and everything within when the need arises. More importantly, upon your death, your spirit will be bound to the Twilight Sepulchre as one of its guardians. Once the oath has been struck, the terms are binding. Knowing this, are you ready to undergo the ceremony? Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the western circle.
I think we should trust the lass and take the deal. Time's wasting, and Mercer's still out there. Let's get this show on the road.
We'll speak when the oath is complete. We'll speak when the oath is complete. I call upon you, Lady Nocturnal, Queen of Murk and Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Carlia. I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. Lose something, did we?
My lady, I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Carlia. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprise me, Carlia. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth, Your Grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, We accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until your conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Carlisle. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
Now that you've transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime. Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without 2 keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulchre, the skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal, and in essence, caused our luck to run dry. Well, yes. But the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities, the potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, the potential becomes limitless. Although it would benefit the Guild more than you can imagine, in the end it would do more harm than good. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulchre, things will never be the same for the Guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade. Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner. Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go... Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the Guild. Carlia and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the Guild to its full strength. As a result, we both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves Guild.
I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know. I've never been one to lead. Never desired it, never cared for it. Don't want it. Look, everyone in the Guild admires what you've done. Maybe they won't come out and simply tell you, but I promise you it's true. And now they know Mercer never genuinely cared about the Guild. He lacked the loyalty you obviously possess. I can't think of anyone better. Well, we have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation, so don't get sentimental on me now. Then it's decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details. Until then, we have quite the task ahead. I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Falmer are in the Dwarven ruins at Erkenthand. Carlia and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lad. This will be a fight to remember. Aye, and some of what Carlia said is starting to make sense. Mercer may have damaged our reputation and raided our coffers, but this goes well beyond even his twisted form of larceny. Old Delvin kept calling it a curse, and we all laughed at him. Looks like the joke's on us. If you would have asked me that yesterday, I'd have said no, but now I think our chances have improved. Look, call me crazy if you like, but I trust Carlia. I don't think she'd lead us down a suicidal path. Besides, I'd rather die with some of Mercer's blood on my blade than spend the rest of my life regretting that I ran the other way. Until next we meet, lad.
With the skeleton key missing from the Twilight Sepulchre, I'm afraid Mercer's seen to it that none of us can benefit from Nocturnal's gifts. You merely transacted the oath, signed the unwritten contract with Nocturnal. In order for us to receive our abilities, our end of the bargain, I'm afraid the key must be returned. If Nocturnal was truly displeased with me, with any of us, she wouldn't have answered my call. I have no doubt that we still hold her favor, and I believe it gives us enough of an edge to defeat Mercer Frey. Yes, now that you're a Nightingale, you may consider this your home. You'll find that this place offers many things that will help you in your endeavors, as well as a wealth of information for you to learn. Once the skeleton key has been restored to the Twilight Sepulchre, I'll make this place my home as well. She's the mistress of night and darkness, and the patron of every thief in Tamriel. Nocturnal isn't one for worship and reverence. There are no priests and no sermons, no services, and no alms. She influences our luck, and in return, demands payment. You're closer to understanding than you realize. The only difference is she doesn't demand payment in the traditional sense, and sometimes the cost can be quite high. Whether you know it or not, Nocturnal dictates how well we perform as rogues. Again, you have to think differently. Haven't you ever noticed how our luck behaves? Like a novice picking an impossible lock, or a blind man suddenly turning to face you as you reach for his pocket. It's through these subtle means that Nocturnal influences us. Nocturnal's whim is the greatest mystery to everyone. There have been volumes written on the subject. Does she exact payment when we die? When we suffer, does she revel in our misery? No one knows. The return certainly seems worth the risk, though. Gallus, Mercer Frey and I were once members of what's known as the Nightingale Trinity. The Trinity disbanded 25 years ago when Mercer Frey betrayed us by slaying Gallus and dumping his body in the ruins of Snowvale Sanctum. Indirectly, the Trinity is usually selected from the ranks of the Guild, although its existence is a closely guarded secret. The Nightingales protect the Temple of Nocturnal, a place known as the Twilight Sepulchre.
That's close enough.
Mercer's been here. I hope we aren't too late. Brynjolf and I found them like that. Mercer's doing. We have to catch up to him before it's too late. We should tread carefully. I wouldn't be surprised if he's left behind a few surprises for us.
Talos, Mercer has a lot to answer for.
Wait a moment. What's that? It's Mercer. Look, down there.
I'm on it, lass. Damn it, there's no way through.
Claim your soul for Nocturnal!
Crime is one thing. Murder is another. Mercer will answer for this. Until next we meet, Lara. They got the message.
This is where we saw Mercer. Mercer's here. I can feel it.
The stench. This place reeks of... What was that? Get all you got!
Guide my hand!
Even the farmer don't deserve the pain his influence must have inflicted. Wolves were a cruel race. It's here.
Show me you've got
He
what
hasn't
it
seen
takes.
us yet. Brynjolf, watch the door.
Aye, lass. Nothing's getting by me.
Climb down that ledge. See if you can...
Carlisle, when will you learn you can't get the drop on me? When Brynjolf, and at that moment I knew it would end with one. What's Nocturnal doesn't care about you. Then our actions have always been one. It's clear. Instead, you've chosen to fall. Then the die is cast, and once again my blade will taste nightingale blood. Carlisle, I'll deal with you, eh?
What's happening? I can't stop myself.
Damn you, Mercer. Fight it, Brynjolf. He's taken control of you.
I'm sorry, lass. I can't.
This motherfucker just fell over.
And let's get out of here.
No luck there, lass. Something must have fallen on the other side of the door because it isn't moving.
We have to find another way out of here before the place fills. This place is coming down. Let's get out of here.
Sorry, lad.
I can't
I've got
believe it's
important
over.
things to do.
25 years in exile, just like that. It's done. All that remains is to ensure the safe return of the skeleton key. I'm afraid it's not that simple. When the skeleton key was stolen from the Twilight Sepulchre, our access to the inner sanctum was removed. The only way to bring it back will be through the Pilgrim's Path. It wasn't created for the Nightingales. It was created to test those who wish to serve Nocturnal in other ways. As a consequence, I have no knowledge of what you'll be facing.
What you mean by that?
Brynjolf is needed back at the Thieves' Guild to keep order while you're away. And I can't bear to face Nocturnal after my failure to protect the key. I'm afraid you'll have to face the end of your journey alone. Take this with you. I'm not certain if it will help within the walls of the Sepulchre, but I certainly don't need it as much as you. I've had this bow almost my entire life, and it's never let me down. I hope it brings you the same luck.
Sorry, lad. I've got important things to do. I'll speak another time.
Go cast your fancy magic someplace else. Oh well. The blacksmith is offering a reward for a dog he saw on the road. I was hoping you'd seen it. I guess I'll stay on the lookout. Keep your nose clean while you're here, outsider.
I don't recognize you, but I sense that you're one of us. Who are you? The last of the Nightingale Sentinels, I'm afraid. I've defended the Sepulchre alone for what seems like an eternity.
From what? You're dead. That's the shit I don't get. What the fuck is he defending it from?
We were betrayed by one
Dust?
of our own kind. In fact, I'm to blame for what's happened here. I was blinded. Blinded by dark treachery masquerading as friendship. Perhaps if I had been more vigilant, then Mercer Frey wouldn't have lured me to my fate and stolen the skeleton key. I haven't heard that name in a long time. How do you know of me? The key! You have the skeleton key! I never thought I'd see it again. And Mercer Frey? Then it's over, and my death wasn't in vain. I owe you a great deal, Nightingale. You've done the Guild a great deed, and although they may not show it, I'm certain they appreciate your sacrifices. My only regret is that you had to undertake this task alone. Carlia? She's still alive? I feared she'd befallen the same fate, ending up a victim of Mercer's betrayal. Nothing would bring me more pride than to return the key, but I'm afraid it's impossible. From the moment I arrived here, I felt myself, well, dying. The Sepulchre isn't merely a temple or a vault to house the key. Within these walls is the Ebonmere, a conduit to Nocturnal's realm of Everglow. When Mercer stole the key, that conduit closed, severely limiting our ties to her. I'm afraid so. I'm weakening, and I can feel myself slipping away. The years without restoration of my power have taken their toll. Whatever damage has been caused can only be corrected by following the Pilgrim's path to the Ebonmere and replacing the key. With the Ebonmere closed, and their sudden severance from the realm of Everglow, I fear they've undergone a drastic change. They're shadows of their former selves. They no longer remember their true purpose or their original identities. My spirit didn't manifest itself in the Sepulchre immediately, so fortunately I wasn't present when the Ebonmere was sealed. However, ever since that day, I've felt my power waning, slowly draining away. The Ebonmere is a conduit through which Nocturnal influences our world. Not through magic or blessings, but purely through luck. Yes, absolutely. Your skill is your own. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. But Nocturnal, she influences our luck. Nearly imperceptible assistance we get when we ply our trade. Think about the Guild, about the state it was in when you began. Think about all the little things you might have heard. A pick breaking when it shouldn't have. The clouds in the nighttime sky clearing at the wrong moment. Our access to those bits of luck are what separates us from common bandits. Precisely. There are a few who still call Nocturnal Lady Luck, and for good reason. Whatever is affecting the Nightingale Sentinels is starting to affect me too. As I get closer to the Ebonmere, I begin to feel myself slipping away. Even right this moment, I feel strange, when I don't think I should be feeling anything at all. I wish I could help you, but I've been a prisoner in this very chamber for the last quarter century. The only possible help I've come across are the remains of some poor fellow who is trying to follow in your footsteps. Perhaps his journal can help? Good luck, Nightingale. Yes, my friend. How may I help? Good luck. Nightingale. I will return!
I am so confused. I've done this like 8 times, I still can't remember it. Fair enough. My bad, I've literally got the IRS on my dick right now. I'll be back. I'm not even rich. Or from America. Bruh. Honestly, I'm gonna just ignore it. I do get paid from an American company for my music, but hey. Big titty goth bitch, that's more important, I guess.
What do we have here? It's been a number of years since I've set foot on your world. Or perhaps it's been moments. One tends to lose track. So, once again, the key has been stolen, and a champion returns it to the sepulchre. Now that the Ebonmere has been restored, you stand before me awaiting your accolades. A pat on your head, a kiss on your cheek. What you fail to realize is your actions were expected and represent nothing more than the fulfillment of your agreement. Don't mistake my tone for displeasure. After all, you've obediently performed your duties to the letter. But we both know this has little to do with honor and oaths and loyalty. It's about the reward, the prize. Fear not. You'll have your trinkets, your desire for power, your hunger for wealth. I bid you to drink deeply from the Ebonmere mortal, for this is where the agent of Nocturnal is born. The oath has been struck, the die has been cast, and your fate awaits you in the Everglow. Farewell, Nightingale. See to it that you stay this time, won't you?
I'm glad you were able to bring the key back safely. Nocturnal seemed quite pleased with your efforts. I wouldn't take that to heart. It's her way. Think of her as a scolding mother continually pushing you harder to be successful, outwardly sounding angry, but silently content. I assure you, had she been displeased with you, we wouldn't be having this conversation. The circles at the base of the Ebonmere imbue you with powers befitting a Nightingale agent. The crescent moon represents the agent of shadow, the half moon for the agent of subterfuge, and the full moon for the agent of strife. This is Nocturnal's way of maintaining balance. If you ever feel the need to change your abilities, you can return to the Sepulchre and step onto a different circle. Be warned that once you've chosen, you can't reselect for at least a day. Now, your life as a Nightingale begins. Should the need arise, you'll be summoned to the Sepulchre in order to defend it. The Guild has welcomed me back with open arms. I feel like a void in my life has finally been filled. I only hope that this isn't an ending to things, but actually the beginning. Why, perhaps the greatest crime spree Skyrim's ever known. There are pockets brimming with coin and coffers overflowing with riches ripe for the picking. We may be Nightingales, but in our hearts we're still thieves, and we're damn good at what we do. The agent of subterfuge utilizes shadow to cloud the judgment of those around him. By weaving the darkness to their will, this agent can manipulate others into fighting for the Nightingale for a limited time. This agent of strife can send forth a tendril of pure darkness into the heart of another, causing great injury to them. At the same time, this tether will bolster the agent's own life force, making him stronger. The agent of stealth is the master of remaining unseen. They are able to manipulate the darkness and use it to their advantage. On moonlit nights or in darkened rooms, this agent literally becomes invisible.
I don't need no buff to my invisibility stat, I'm good on.
This agent of strife can send forth a tendril of pure darkness into the heart of another, causing great injury to them. Farewell.
That's the one I didn't damn.
Eyes open.
I'm not going back 8 minutes.
I walk with the shadows. Gallus! I feared I would never see you again. I was afraid you'd become like the others.
If it were not for the actions of this Nightingale, your fears would have come true. He honors us all.
What will you do now, my love?
Nocturnal calls me to the Everglow. My contract has been fulfilled.
Will I ever see you again?
When your debt to Nocturnal has been paid, we'll embrace once again.
Wait, but she said that you have to pay your debt for eternity.
Eyes open. Walk with the shadows.
So one of y'all alone. I'm half asleep, been on the nod this whole time, and I still realize that. Bruh. One of y'all are lying to me.
Yes, Nightingale? What is it?
Well, you're a lying bitch.
It's good to see you in one piece, lad. I just wanted to give you a proper thank you for everything you've done. The guild is back on its feet again, and on its way to a prosperous future. What's become of the skeleton key? That's it then. After all those years of helplessly watching the guild decline. But enough of that. I'm confident that with you in charge, we'll soon have more gold than we could possibly spend. I'll be down here, trying to coordinate everything with Delvin and Vex to make sure the coin keeps flowing and no one skims. If you still feel like doing some jobs, I'm sure Delvin and Vex have more than their fair share to give out. Either way, it's been a pleasure, my friend. Here's to the future of the guild. May it last another 1,000 years.
Well, I mean, but my character might have 1,000 years. I don't know about you. High elves can live for 1,000 years, but how do I tell him?
Well, my friend, the time's come to make it official. It's time to become our guild master. Don't worry, I promise this will be short and sweet. If you'll just meet us in the center of this cistern room, we can begin. Look, I've never been good at these things, so I'm just gonna keep it short. Being guild master means more than just getting a cut of all the loot. It's about being a leader and keeping this rabble in order. With that in mind, I propose that the position of guild master should be yours. Delvin?
Agreed.
Vex?
Sure, why not?
Carlia?
Absolutely.
Everyone is in agreement. So all I can do now is name you Guildmaster, and wish you good fortune and long life. Now everyone, get back to work.
I suppose you deserve it. Couldn't do any worse than
If you need anything, take a good look around you. Have you ever seen the guild in such a prosperous state? With Mercer Frey gone, and our influence spreading across Skyrim, the guild's earned a new level of respect it hasn't seen in decades. I couldn't be more proud to be part of the Thieves Guild, or its new guildmaster. Well, that's it. Sorry if it isn't the ceremony you were hoping for, but we're not exactly known for throwing our coin around. After we're done, head over to Tunelia, and she'll set you up with your guildmaster armor. Oh, and one last thing. Here, I want you to take this. It's sort of a tradition around here.
I can't think of a better person for the job.
Well, if you don't want to hear it, that's your loss.
If I wanted to hear a tall tale, I'd read a children's storybook. Get some better story, Dipper.
So now the pupil is the master.
Here's to a long and prosperous future. May the guild last... Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Yes, and I'm more than happy to give it to you. I mean, look at this place. I've never seen so much wealth down here. You've made us all rich. Here you go. Should fit you like a glove, boss.
Let's go! That's the worst quest of the game done.
Until next time.
Not the Thieves Guild quest in general, just all the extra shit you have to do for Vex and Delvin.
Well, I see your wounds have healed, but your pride still needs some time.
Yeah, Vex.
I have work if you've got the backbone.
Sorry, lad. I've got important things to do. We'll speak another time.
Sure, we can talk in a minute.
Good to see you again. Need something? Need something?
Should have come here.
Just let me up. I don't want to get one shot by a common soul gem. Come on. I'd rather fight the dragon. God damn. That's what you get for killing a fox, bitch. How fast can this shit shoot? That was automatic. Oh! Fuck. The fucking soul gem fell out on the ground. I can't pick it up. Oh my god. Oh, for fuck. I'm so dumb. I was gonna say, didn't I pick like 5 of them up off me? What the fuck? Bruh. Damn. Why is everyone 360 no scoping? What the fuck is... Oh. Skyrim things. I've actually never come across this issue in Skyrim. This is the first in 11 years. Realistically, I don't even need that location for anything. It's just more about trying to achieve the challenge I set out. That's literally it. I wish I had something to like show the inputs I was pressing right now so you could see how fast I was pressing triangle. I can't even jump up this. This is practically flat for Skyrim. I've never not been able to climb up something in this. I'm actually baffled. Normally you see like fucking vertical rock slopes like, yeah, I got that easy. I'll jump like twice, I'm up there. I can see my man's teeth. I didn't even press R1, that's crazy. That wouldn't even count. I literally thought the only way up was around that way outside of just jumping up. I didn't even realize there's another way there. I'm more baffled at the fact there's an unclimbable mountain. It's been, what, 15 years? Never seen anything like this in this game. I mean, that's literally just a straight... So you could walk up that in GTA 5. It's the fact that the only thing in the entire game that's not climbable is something that looks like you just walk up it. I mean, I can climb up a fucking flat building for fuck's sake. You tell me I can't climb up this? I shouldn't have stopped. I was literally moving slightly up before. Wait, actually, no, I still am. I still am. I'm looking at the dot on the right side of the map. The dot's slowly getting further away. I might actually make it. It's not even by jumping, it's just by fucking slightly dragging up the hill. I've actually never seen anything like this in Skyrim. Oh, I just got pushed down again. God damn it, man. This bit's fucked because it'll either boost me up or knock me back down. I don't know if there's just an invisible wall there or some shit, but this is actually impossible. Tell me I can climb up a vertical fucking mountain that's like 900 times the size of this, but I can't do this. I can't climb up a fucking sliding climb. I actually think my whole fucking shit's bugged because I can't jump up anything. Try this side again. But I mean, that looks just walk upable, yeah? Nope. Not at all. Not even slightly. Alright, now through the fucking invisible wall again. Fuck this, man. I'm gonna do something even easier. This is fucking terrible. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. And I've been playing this the majority of my life. Look at that, that's literally 5 times as steep. Whoop. Whoop. Didn't even have to jump. What baffles me is the fact they got this right on the least important part of the map where nothing is even at. Like, the only place I've ever seen an actual wall that's to prevent you from cheesing your way through is at somewhere where nothing even matters. Literally nothing. Look how far I made up already, goddamn. I'm pretty much there already. Look, 6,000 foot mountain, pff, fucking couple jumps. I'm going back around this side. Is it bad that I do this pretty much every playthrough just to avoid having to use the stupid fucking clear skies shout? Pretty much every time. I say pretty much because it's the first time I ever played this. I got stuck on that shit. Little did I know I had the shout in my fucking inventory. I mean, I was like fucking 12, so... I just need to get a tiny bit higher to get over that. That's fucked up. At least the shit that I'm struggling with here is literally the fucking steepest side of the fucking mountain. Not a slight incline, a fucking staircase. Like, look at this shit, man. This shit is straight up. I'm still getting jumps. I wasn't until I mentioned it. It took over 2.5 hours to try and get up a slight, literally something less inclined than that. This right here. Boom. But it took 15 minutes to get up the top of this. Like, bruh. Anyway, I can finally sleep now, so peace.